Hello guys, welcome to iTech Hub. Today I'm going to teach you how to install Tailwind CSS on your local machine. How you can use Tailwind CSS locally on your machine. In my last video I used play.tailwind.css.com to teach you how to design amazing product code using Tailwind CSS. Okay, today I'm going to show you how you can get Tailwind CSS installed on your local machine. Alright, let's get started. I head over to your browser and type Tailwind CSS. Once our result is loaded, you click on the first link. Now let's click on the Get Started button. Now I'm on official Tailwind CSS page. You can see this is installation process. If you want to use Tailwind CLI, of course we are using Tailwind CLI because we are using HTML and Tailwind. And you see using post CSX, see how you can use framework guide and place it in. So if you hover on the framework guide, you can see you have Nest.js, Laravel, Vite, Nost, and Gatsby, and you can even use it for your React app. You can use it for create React app here. Okay, let's go on the Tailwind CLI. Okay, the requirement for installing this Tailwind CSX is your node. You have to have node installed. So how do I check if I have node installed on my computer? I'll head over and search for my command prompt. I will run it. I'm using CLS to clear the screen. I will simply type node minus v. Okay, as you can see, I'm on running on version 20.11. Okay, I'll close this up. So next step I need to do is to install this on my project. So let me assume that I want to start a project for a blog. So I hold up to my local machine on my document. Here doesn't mean you can keep your web apps depending on own directory, your own choice. My own choice, I like keeping it on my document. So I have to make a new directory, that is a new folder. I name it web apps. So inside of my web apps, I'm going to make another new directory, call it blog. Alright guys, I'm going to open up this blog in my command prompt. CLS to clear the screen as usual. So here I'm using Yarn. I'm going to use Yarn to install Tailwind CSS on my local machine. Now if you watch the command here, it's npm install minus the Tailwind CSS. If you are using npm, is also okay, but I'm using Yarn. So if you are using Yarn, follow me up. So I'll copy the minus d Tailwind CSS. I will come to my local machine. I'll come to my command prompt. Sorry, I will write yarn and I'll paste what I have. And whenever you are doing this, guys, you need to have internet connection. Okay, I wait enter key. Let's wait for a while for the Tailwind CSS to load. All right, I'm going to CLS to clear the screen. So I'm going to follow up the next instruction on the official guideline. Okay, so this is MPS Tailwind CSS init. I'm going to copy it and paste it up and hit enter. So what this command do is that the Tailwind CSS init, the MPS Tailwind CSS init create a tailwind.config file for us. So I hit enter. As you can see, created tailwind CSS config file, tailwind.config.jx. Okay, guys, what I want to do is to open up this directory on my code, on my VS code. So by writing code space dot and hit enter, it's going to open up the directory on my VS code. Okay, as you can see, guys, my my VS code on the project directory, which is blog, I have my node module, package.json, tailwind.config.js, which was created using npx tailwind cxx init. And I have my yarn.log file. Okay, let's follow up to the next instruction guide. As you can see, it asks us to copy the this and update it in our termin.config.js file. So I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go on my termin.config.js file. Inside of the component, I will paste this. I will save. I will close it up. Now, guys, I'm going to make two new fresh folders on my root directory. I'm going to have a source folder, and also I'm going to have an assets folder. So inside of my assets folder, I'm going to create a new folder, call it cxx. Inside of the cxx, I'm going to make two new fresh files. This is my base.csx, and I'm going to have another file, my app.csx. Now let's head over to the Tailwind installation guide, and I'm going to copy this and paste it up in my base.csx. I will save it, and I will close up my base.css and close up my app.css. Now let's move over to the installation. Now we see start the command line build process on terminal. Okay, so here is, we are going to make some changes to this directory. I'm going to copy it up and come to my terminal. I'm going to CLS to clear the screen, and I'm going to paste this. Now we are going to edit this because our directory and theirs are not the same. So I'm going to edit this. Inside of my directory, I have a folder called assets, and I have a folder called cxs, and I have my app.csx. I'm going to edit the next one. Sorry, I have assets, I have cxx slash base dot csx. This is minus o. Okay, what is this command all about? We are going to use the npx tailwind cxx minus I. This minus type I stand for the input where we are building all this type from, and we are building it from the access cxs and a file called base.css. Now if you come on the base.cxx, on the base.css file, you have your tailwind base, your tailwind component, and your tailwind utility file. So all the css we've been generating by tailwind css will be generated from this three line of code here. Okay, so now let's go back to our command prompt. Now if you can see on the command prompt, our input file is building. We are building this input from this base.css, and we are going to put it as an attribute on the app.css file. Okay, now we have a minus minus watch, which means this minus minus watch stands for anytime you have changes in anywhere the app.css is linked on your html file, it means you should rebuild the css and apply the following changes that's made. Okay, so let's hit enter. As you can see, rebuilding, no utility file were created because we don't have any place we link our terminal.cs. And you can see done in 750 milliseconds. Okay, let's go and inspect our. Now, if you come over to our assets folder on our app.css, you can see the file built from what terminal.css. Is this not amazing? All right, then it's time for us to implement the terminal.css. I'm going to make a new fresh file here. I'll call it index.html file. And index.html file, I'm going to make a new HTML tag. Okay, I'm going to modify the title, call it Tailwind CSS tutorial. And I'm going to link my app.css. I'm going to have a link, which is cxx. I'm going to modify the path, which is dot slash access, sorry, dot slash access slash css slash my app.cxx. Okay, I have some mistakes. We are going to update that mistakes. Okay, it looks fine now. So now let's apply h1 tag. Right, guys, I'm going to have the serve on my live server. Now, if you watch, I don't have any live server here, so I'm going to go to my VS Code terminal. So, if you are building your app, if you are building a project with your HTML, your normal HTML and CSS with Tailwind CSS without any framework, you can have this live server to serve your app in a local. So, I'm going to search for live server. Okay, this is a live server. I'm going to install this live server. I'm going to install the first one. Okay, guys, just give it some minutes. It's not in storage. We have some slow in network. Okay, our live server is being updated. It's been installed and updated. Okay, I'm going to close up the extension. Okay, I'm going to go to my file that I want to use live server. I'm going to right click and you can see open with live server. Okay, I'm going to open this project with live server. I'm going to allow access. This is the first time I'm using this live server here. All right, it's open up in my. All right, as you can see, this is tailwind css. Okay, you can build the amazing button by using it. It's very simple and it's very cool. Let me apply this as a container. As you can see, I apply a class. Sorry, guys. I apply a class of container, padding x of 4, 5, padding x of auto. Okay, let me apply a button. Okay, and this is share now. Okay, I'm going to have it as bg of green of 600, text of white, padding x of 5, padding y of 2, font hyphen semi-bold. As you can see, once it's saved and it's been updated, as you can see, it's an amazing having this tailwind installed on our version. So, guys, thank you. If you love the video, hit the subscribe button, like, and share my video.